So taking your seated position at the top of the mat. Gently closing your eyes down and just take a few moments to arrive into this space. Let's begin the practice by taking one deep cleansing breath. So exhaling in the breath wherever you are. Start to take your breath in through the nose for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold your breath. And exhale, release through the mouth, releasing any tension, any tightness. Ready to begin your practice. So let's start by stepping the hands forwards, finding your tabletop position, stacking your wrists, your elbows and your shoulders, your knees and your hips. We're going to start to drop the belly down, taking the gaze point towards the sky, breath in. And as you exhale, start to push the ground away, rounding through your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting the crown of your head. Inhale. And then start to push the ground away, tucking your chin, tucking the tailbone as you exhale. Inhale, rise, open, lift. And as you exhale, start to round, maybe coming onto the fingertips to push the ground away. Flowing through 2 more here. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale, start to release, round through your back. Start to find your neutral position. And then taking your big toes into touch, stepping your knees out wide, start to sink your hips down to meet your heels. Walking the hands further away from you, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, melt down onto the mat. Resting here for 3 deep breaths. Inhaling, filling the belly, your lungs, your chest, and exhale, slowly start to release. Inhale, breathing into the back of the body, big breath in. And exhale, soften. One more big breath in. Create that space. And exhale, start to soften. Let's start to lift the head up off the ground, stepping the hands back, finding your tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, take a breath in, and as you exhale, send your hips up towards the sky. And just moving your downward dog, however feels good for you. So maybe bending into one knee, the other knee, maybe shaking out your head, yes or no, maybe taking some twists. Just really allowing the body to move here. And whenever you feel like you are ready, softly finding some stillness. Connecting back with your breath. And then let's start to bend into the knees, taking the gaze point towards the top of the mat, and then start to walk your feet towards the top. Pausing here in your ragdoll, taking a hold of your opposite elbows, folding from your hips, swaying side to side. Allowing your spine to decompress. Starting to release your elbows, slowly taking yourself up to standing, taking your time, no rush. And when you get to the top, roll your shoulders back, find length within the spine, rooting your feet down. Send the arms all the way up towards the sky, breath in, and as you exhale, swan dive the hands down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, place the palms onto the ground, step the legs back, finding your high plank. Keep it strong. Drop your knees, your chest, your chin. Push the ground away, upward facing dog. Lift your knees, inhale, and as you exhale, send your hips up high, downward facing dog. Connect with your breath. And then let's start to come high on your toes as you ripple yourself forwards through to your high plank. Keep it strong. Drop the knees to the ground, untuck the toes, and find your tabletop position. Let's start to sweep the right hand up towards the sky. Open the chest, breath in. As you exhale, take the hand under the arm, thread the needle. Sweeping the arm back up towards the sky, breath in. And as you exhale, thread the needle, dropping the shoulder and dropping the side of the head down. Starting to extend the left leg back, tucking the toes under, and then sweeping your leg out to the side. So your foot is now parallel to your hip. Releasing the left arm up towards the sky, breath in, and as you exhale, bend into the elbow, placing the palm to rest behind your lower back. Keep drawing your shoulder back. Eye gaze follows. Connecting with your breath, breathing into this posture. One more breath here. And then let's slowly start to release your hand back up towards the sky, placing it onto the ground. Push the ground away as you release your right arm back up towards the sky. Breath in. As you exhale, place the palm back down onto the ground. Maybe neutralize the spine here, arching the back, rounding the back, and then find your position. Let's start to sweep the left hand up towards the sky. Breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Pushing the ground away, reaching your arm back up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Dropping the shoulder, dropping the side of the head down. Starting to extend the right leg back, tucking the toes, and then sweeping your leg all the way around to the right hand side. Releasing the right arm up towards the sky, bending into the elbow, placing the palm behind your lower back. Keep drawing your shoulder back. Breathing here. One more breath. And then let's start to release your arm back up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, place it back down onto the ground, releasing your other arm back up. Inhale, exhale, place the palm down, stepping your knee in. Find your tabletop position. Let's walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, sink your heart space down on the ground, making sure that your hips are over your knees slightly, maybe resting your chin here, your forehead, or the side of your cheek. If it feels quite intense, you can always keep a bend in the elbows. Taking 3 breaths here. One more breath. And then start to lift the chest up, sinking your hips all the way down, resting here in your child's pose. Starting to make your way through to a tabletop position, cross your legs over and sit your bum down. Keep a bend in the knees, feet are grounded, reaching the arms forwards. Start to curl your tailbone under. Engage in your core as you slowly start to lay yourself down on the mat. Keeping a bend in your knees, drawing the heels in a little bit closer, palms facing downwards. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to lift your hips up towards the sky. Option to keep the palms as they are, or option to take the hands underneath your lower back, interlace the fingers, extend the arms. This just helps you to create a deeper lift. Taking 3 breaths here. One more breath. And then start to release the hands, placing the palms down onto the ground as you gently lay your spine resting on your mat. Start to extend the legs and then draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, maybe swaying the knees side to side, massaging your lower back. Start to open the arms out to the side into a T shape. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, drop the knees over to the right hand side. Maybe taking the eye gaze over to your left. Connecting back with your breath. One more breath here. And in your own time, start to lift the knees off the ground. Find your center, breath in, and as you exhale, drop the knees over to the left, taking the eye gaze over to your right. Connecting back with your breath. And as you inhale, feel the body, feel that space. And as you exhale, start to soften. One more breath here. And then start to lift the knees up through to the center, extending your legs, resting the palms beside you, ready to take your final resting posture, Shavasana. So just inviting you now to gently close your eyes down, allowing your breath to return back to its natural rhythm. And allowing yourself to rest here in this posture. And coming back to the breath, drawing the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice big hug. And then start to drop the knees over to one side, resting here for one breath. Big inhale, exhale through the mouth. And then start to find your seated position. Taking a moment here just to notice. And then start to bring the hands into prayer. Namaste.